All right. As always, everyone, let us know if you can see and hear us. Let us know that everything's good.
Yes.
We did multiple tests, but things just always go wrong. That's just what happens.
Yeah.
There's no telling what happens with this because everything is just completely unreliable. I don't trust technology for even a second.
No, neither do I. Especially when we're streaming.
Welcome to everyone. I saw a lot of people in the chat during this first 5 minutes. So
yeah,
welcome everyone. Thank you all for coming out here today. We have a very important stream because we're officially back as of 2023.
Yeah, it's exciting.
So there's a very important reason I picked this game to do today. And that is, some people might remember back in 2014, after going away for a few months, I did a one-off kind of like live event, what was it called? A Longplay of Scooby and the Cyber Chase titled, I'm back! Scooby and the Cyber Chase Longplay. And it was a fucking lie. I was not back. It was still like 2 years after that before I really came back. So this is the redemption arc. This is us taking that. Oh my god!
Y2K.
Holy fuck! Okay. All our reward goals have been hit. Thank you so much,
Y2K. Oh my god.
I can't say I was expecting that, but I really do appreciate the donation.
Thank
Holy
you.
shit.
Oh, you're so sweet.
Oh god. Okay, well there goes all our donation rewards. I guess we're gonna come up with more now.
Oh no.
Oh my god, I'm kind of speechless for that. Thanks.
Oh my gosh, that's so sweet.
All right, well I
Thank
was gonna
you.
introduce all the donation reward goals below the 3 girls in the cyber chase pose, but
Yeah.
they've all been hit now, so I guess we're doing them all.
Wow. Plot twist of the century.
All right. So here's the new donation reward goals. If you donate $10 for any specific during a level, you get a sketch of the Cambridge Circle cast doing something in that level. If it's $20. If it's a $20 donation, you get a digital picture of it. How's that sound? Because that goes all our donation.
Yeah.
Because they're all gone.
Sounds good.
So now we have new donation rewards that aren't listed there. Okay, God, I'm still speechless. Thank you so much, dude. That helps us so fucking much. I was actually going to talk about that a bit because I wanted to kind of talk about like my job situations recently. But where the fuck was I before we got that donation?
Before we were so politely
Before we were
interrupted.
trolled. Before we were trolled. Fuck, we gotta figure out Scooby-Doo Unmasked now.
Oh, no.
Oh my god, I'd rather shoot myself. Take the money back.
Oh my god.
All right, well, back in 2014, I did this, and this is the redemption arc. Now we're going to actually come back because I know we were basically gone this past year. I'll get to that when we tell our stories, but things have been resolved. We're in a good place right now, I'd say. First time in years where it's like things are actually in a pretty solid place for us.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Does anyone care about this cutscene? Am I allowed to skip it, or do people want us to have Shaggy and Scooby awkwardly standing around not looking at each other while they talk?
Does anyone care about the story?
Does anyone care about the story? I mean, we have Let's Played this game.
Yeah. I mean, I do love his voice.
Yeah. Skip the scene. Sorry, I'm late. Well, that doesn't tell us to skip the scene or not.
Skip.
That's 1 vote for skip.
Another
Two,
vote.
oh, three votes for skip.
Nobody wants to see Johnny
Yeah,
Virus.
no one wants to see Johnny Virus talk. All right.
Everyone. Yeah, okay.
All right. I don't care if Elma has to say either.
Saving your game is always
This is a great game to pick because this game is so fucking mindless
Yeah.
that like I can just focus on talking while we do this. So just want a quick show of hands from everyone. Who here thinks they know with confidence why it is I started doing YouTube? This isn't a trick question. I've talked about this before on the channel.
I know.
Who here knows what was the deciding factor that made me start doing making YouTube videos?
I know.
Yeah, we'll give a sec for the chat to catch up.
Yeah.
Also, let us know if like game audio is too loud, too quiet versus our voices. Let us know if the game looks like choppy or anything. We might be able to fix things.
Yeah.
So as a hobby, because I was bored. No, neither of those are right. Let's see if anyone else knows. I have said this on the channel before, although it's only been a couple times, I think. Mm-hmm. Bad Night of 100 Fights Let's Play. So yeah, no, Humblebee got this right.
Yeah.
The main reason I started doing Let's Plays was entirely out of spite. Was that back in 2012, that summer, I was really nostalgic for Knife Hunter Fight, so I was looking up on YouTube. And to my dismay, there was not a single good Let's Play of the game on YouTube. As a matter of fact, I think there was only 2 Let's Plays, and one of them was someone holding a camcorder up to their TV. I don't care if we get a perfect score on this. Is whatever. That's one of the donation rewards that we've hit.
Oh, yeah.
One was holding a camcorder up to the TV, so it's like, whatever. It's just... I mean, I don't know about the commentary for that, but I'm not going to sit there and watch someone doing that.
No.
I knew nothing about making Let's Plays. I was pretty confident I figured out how to record without doing something like that.
Yeah.
And then the other guy who did Let's Play was just not a good one at all. He was just like really annoyed at the game. Kept like he would like run into enemies and then blame the game for it. I'm like, it's not the game's fault. You're not paying attention, you know?
Yeah.
Picture what everyone hates about Egoraptor, except like actually really, really terrible, like 10 billion fold.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
keep missing that. So I was just like, you know what? I can totally make a better Let's Play than this. You know, like this is just not good. I was like, I was fucking 15. I was a stupid kid, but I'm like, I'm pretty confident I can make a better Let's Play than that. And I did. And it was still terrible because I was fucking 15.
Yeah.
Real quick, I just want to say to the chat, we got some stuff we want to talk about today, so please try to keep chat messages on topic. Cool, you guys are playing God of War, but it's not really relevant to the stream right now, okay? And I know with you guys specifically, like we've asked you before, try to keep things on chat. GGG, Jim, Pollins12, and FNAF Powers. So please try to keep things on chat, okay? If not, that's a violation of the rules of the channel, and we're going to have to shadow ban you. So please try to keep things all on track, okay?
Yep.
So that aside, that was the main reason why I wanted to Let's Play. I was like, there's no good Let's Plays this game. I can do it. And yeah, it sucked. There was stupid shit in that. Like, there was one part that I just completely forgot to commentate. So I just played, the part like the water rising knife under fights?
Yeah. You just didn't talk.
I forgot to commentate that. I don't know what I was thinking. And it's even worse too, because like I saw it in editing, and rather than, go back in and post and commentate it, I just left it empty and played music over it. Like, what was I thinking?
You could have done like post.
I want to, if anyone knows Retsu Prey, I kind of want to do like a Retsu Prey style, like just teardown of that shitty Let's Play.
That would be great.
Yeah, just like shit all over, just be like, oh my god, what idiot made that? Oh yeah, that was me.
Yeah, well, like it feels like it's not you at the same time.
One of the frustrating things about that too is I did like bios for the enemies,
Oh, that's cute.
But the game has bios for the enemies in the monster gallery.
Oh, yeah,
what was the point of that?
That's true. That's true, actually.
And like people always talk about something that they love in the original Let's Play. I'm like, but it's so pointless.
The game has the bios already. No, yeah,
Not only
that's
that,
true.
my bios are just like, I was just reading the first paragraph from the Scooby wiki. They weren't even like...
You didn't even write them.
No, they were so lazy.
That's great.
Are you playing this on Game Boy or PS1? I'm sorry, but I feel like that might be a troll comment. Yes, black and white Game Boy with 3D polygonal graphics. I'm sorry if like you just really are just so young you don't know anything about Game Boy, but no, fucking Nintendo DS was the first console that could output graphics like this while being a handheld, while running off a battery. So that was a big part of why I started doing Let's Plays. And then you might be wondering, like, how is something like that sustainable? If my main motivation was spite and there was nothing else for me to be spiteful of after that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that was the problem with my original Let's Plays. When I was done that first Knife Under Fights, I didn't really have anything to keep going on.
Yeah.
I did a Battle for Bikini Bottom Let's Play, which was so half-assed. I was basically doing the same thing I was mad at someone else for in Knife Under Fights. I was getting mad at the game because I wasn't paying attention to things. And it's like, well, that's just so fucking hypocritical of me. Like, what kind of idiot was I?
Yeah.
And then I did Monog, which I just read the text in the game. I didn't even commentate it.
Oh my
so
gosh,
it's like that one I didn't even
like
like make available for channel members now because it's like, well, there's no point. There's nothing of value in that series.
You didn't add anything to it. So.
Yeah, the two good Let's Plays I did back to back where I did Luigi's Mansion NTSC perfect score, which that just gave me a lot to work with because, I mean, for those of you who don't know, getting a perfect score in Luigi's Mansion is fucking harder than anything you've ever done in any video game ever. I feel very confident saying that.
Yeah.
And if you disagree, go watch it. It takes a 2-hour game and stretches out to 30 to 40 hours because the amount of times you will mess up. Again, is a 2-hour game with an additional 38 hours of failures because that fucking hard to get right.
Yeah, it was.
So,
it was hard.
It was a very hard, very, very fucking hard game to do. It just gave me lots of work. The other one I did that was actually pretty good back then was my Let's Play the movie tie-in game for Bionicle Mask of Light. And that was just fun because that's such a shitty game. It was just so fun to make fun. I mean, the acting in that game alone can give you a whole Let's Play worth of content.
Yeah, oh, that game was special.
But, like, people were... people were, like, they kept saying for so long that they loved all my old content, but it's also like there was nothing there to love. And there was always this trend of, like, people just watch the whatever series they found me on. That was it. They wouldn't watch anything else. I don't blame them. Nothing I had was that good then.
Mm-hmm. I get you.
Then there was, like, my really shitty stuff. I did my original Let's Play of Sly Cooper and the Thievius Raccoonus and my original Let's Play of Super Mario Galaxy. And both of those had one inherent problem to them. Both of those had the problem of just, like, I had... Oh, y'all talking about this while you put Scooby through cyber fights? I had just nothing to say because I had no motivation to make those Let's Plays. Like, what did I want to do there? So both those Let's Plays, they suffered from the fact that my personality was just so fake. I was trying to emulate what I saw other YouTubers doing, and it was almost out of this, like, obligation. Like, I felt like I had to do this. Mm-hmm. Real quick, Austin Lombardo says, what has been your favorite game you guys have ever done for your channel? I think we're both in agreement that it's Xenoblade.
Yes.
The first Xenoblade, don't fucking pay attention to the sequels. They're all shit. the first Xenoblade is one of the most amazing video games ever created. Perfect blend of just awesome storyline, awesome gameplay, fucking 10 out of 10 banger progressive rock soundtrack.
Yeah, that game is just like amazing.
And like we'll get to those. I guess we'll talk about Let's Plays in a little bit. But like, just one of the things that's so great about our Let's Play is also one of our best Let's Plays is that we have episodes where like we're like taking the story really seriously, getting really invested. There's straight up episodes where Katie's in tears because the game's story is that fucking good.
Yeah.
But there's also episodes where we're trampling flowers and talking about the characters running drive-thrus, and
there was like a boy band.
Yeah, we're saying like who would play what in a boy band? Which of these characters is bisexual? Like, it's just such a variety. There's literally like there's this great scene where like at the halfway point, such an emotional such a great fucking scene. But the first thing that happens is Melee goes like, "Father, who is this?" And like in the commentary, I just go, "Don't tell your mother, dear."
I know. It was such an intense scene, though.
But then we transition. So like as soon as the serious shit actually starts happening, we take it really seriously. And yeah, I loved it. It was the Xeno series was kind of a spin-off of Final Fantasy originally. It was the pitch for Final Fantasy VIII. Ended up being, they said, too dark and serious for Final Fantasy, so they made it Xenogears instead, and that eventually became Xenoblade.
Yeah.
But and actually, to answer creative guy, Wind Strides took heavy inspiration from Xenoblade.
It definitely did. Yeah.
And like there's episodes of Let's Play where we're just talking about fucking philosophy. We're getting into just like the philosophy of like religion and how it impacts present day society and how religion may or may not fit in with the concept of free will. And there's also episodes where like, which cartoon girl has the nicest boobs?
Yeah.
It's just such a great Let's Play for that stuff.
Yeah, it's a very long one, but I think it's worth a watch.
That's kind of relevant then because, okay, eventually there was that whole point where then I stopped Let's Playing after my original Mario Galaxy Let's Play. This was in early 2014. Mm-hmm. And at the time, I was able to make the excuse that, I'm going to go and work on Film Fest. I always get perfect score on that level.
You're so good at it.
I was making the excuse I'm going to go work on Film Fest. I don't have time for this anymore. But really, that was an excuse. I knew it. I just didn't want to Let's Play anymore. I was just so done. Mm-hmm. And that was my factor. I kept trying to come back out of, again, just like obligation. I kept feeling like I had to, but like I didn't have to. I could have just let it go. Yeah. And for a while, I just was content letting the channel be dead. That's why like the original Mystery Mayhem Let's Play was so half-assed and like I barely did it. And Arkham, could you please just mute FNAF powers? They're not taking me seriously when I'm talking about them being off topic. So you can just ban him. Like I'm just done with this shit. Yeah. And Pollens too. Okay. And actually, Woody, this stream is going to be left up for different reasons. There's probably not going to be an edited VOD for this. So yeah, no, we did that. See, this is why I don't like when people get off topic. Now I lose my train of thought for something completely unrelated to this. Like, this isn't... I'm sorry, this is our stream. This isn't yours. Go do your own stream, you know?
Yeah.
So anyway, I wanted to leave. I was going to try to silently kill off the channel, you know?
Yeah.
What happened to me in 2015 was that's when Katie and I started getting together. And during our first date, Katie told me about her ideas for series. She told me about what would become Cambridge Circle.
Yeah, I remember that.
And I asked her what she wanted to do with this, and she said she wanted to get this work published. And I'm like, I think I can help you with that. At the time, I was about to go into college, and I was going to be studying marketing communications. And I can definitely use my skills to like kind of grow this out.
Yeah.
One of the things that I kept learning as I went was that like content is what drives people. You know, people are more likely to be interested in the characters you're making if they're already interested in what you've made before. And we had such an easy way to get people interested in what we're making because I had a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
So one of the other big factors as to why I couldn't do it was I was such a busy person. You know, it was hard for me to make time for what was effectively a hobby I wasn't interested in. Mm-hmm. On summer 2016, I was especially busy. I was working at the time 6 days a week, 10-hour shifts a day. So that's 60 hours a week. And on my one day off, on my 7th day, I was going up to New York City. I lived by Philadelphia. I was going up to New York City for a class there, an all-day class. Let that sink in, how little free time I must have had.
Yeah.
I was so incredibly busy then.
I know, I like never saw you around that time.
So around the time my class ended, I ended up leaving that job altogether. It was a pretty shitty job. Yeah, and I agree, this is the worst level of the game. I ended up leaving the job altogether. And I started an internship, a 6-week internship at SAP. And that was kind of the start of my career. But concurrent to that is when Katie was asking about YouTube stuff. For those of you who don't know, Katie actually did YouTube way before she met me.
Way back.
Her channel was actually bigger than mine when I did Nicktoons Unite.
Yeah, I know. That's so weird. That's weird to think about.
So we did Nicktoons Unite together. And that was kind of just like, I was actually going to make that like the last hurrah of the series. I was going to make that like, this is it. This is the death of the series. You know, this will be like my finale, Fun Times Let's Playing. This will be it. This will be the end. not only was it so successful, there's also just like Brooks wanted to do Lights, Camera, Pants. I'm like, yeah, sure, why not?
Yeah, I remember that.
So throughout like fall 2016, next time it was recorded that summer, even though it didn't go up till fall. Throughout that summer, I was like kind of planning. I'm like, all right, what can we do with this? You know, and that's actually, believe it or not, that's when Tomodachi Life started the planning. Tomodachi Life started getting planned 3 years before it went live.
Yeah.
Like, just think about that for a sec.
That's pretty crazy.
I was thinking, it's like, all right, this is what we need to do. I'm like, we can build up this audience, and then we can use them to be your starting point for your franchises, you know? And so, like, I don't think this is coming or anything. I've been completely transparent about this. That was the biggest reason why we kept going, you know, is to like, help you find your audience. And, like, I understood, like, not everyone watching is going to be into your series. Like, that's fine. I don't expect that from people. That'd be, I mean, look, I'd love that, but that's just completely unrealistic. People have different interests. Not everyone's going to be interested in an ecchi high school drama.
Yeah, right. I get that, too.
But why did he go that way? He got hit and went backwards.
Oh my god.
I think you missed a snack. I said I don't really care if I miss snacks. This isn't a perfect score run. This is just a backdrop for us to talk about stuff. So I can miss all the snacks I want. It's fine. It's all good.
Yeah. We'll do the perfect score in a later
stream.
That
was something we earned with Y2K. And again, the message prompt for art commissions is still up there. For every $10 donation, Katie will do a sketch with the Cambridge Circle cast based on the level we're currently in, and for every $20 be a digital piece.
Yeah.
So that's still open too, in case you want more commissions. So at this point now we're in college and we're working to build up that audience, and I'm having a lot of fun with it too, you know? It was a completely different experience for me that, like, I wasn't doing Let's Plays out of obligation. I was doing Let's Plays in this kind of revival era because I wanted to.
Yeah, you had a goal.
Like, I had the goal to work to, but also it was just like I was having fun with the series themselves.
Yeah.
Like, we didn't need to do Xenoblade to get to this goal. But it was a fun series, and I loved every minute doing it. We didn't need to do Madagascar to get to this goal, but I'm happy we did. It was such a fun series.
And I know we did Xenoblade because you wanted me to play it, and that was like the only way to get me to play it.
I know, yeah. So like,
and I'm glad you did.
But that was always the goal in mind. And I did notice something too, and that was when we did Xenoblade, and also Road to Smash Ultimate. Those were kind of like their two biggest series in 2018.
Yeah.
These series were both crazy successful in the long run. Our Xenoblade did so fucking well. And one thing I noticed was all the people who said they loved my Knife Hunter Fights Let's Play when I was their favorite Let's Player, not a single one of them watched Xenoblade.
Yeah.
I'm like, what, you don't like actual good games? You don't want your shitty Scooby-Doo game? Never mind the fact that it was like our best commentary, you know, at the time.
No, they just wanted Scooby-Doo.
They just wanted Scooby-Doo. And that made me so spiteful and resentful towards what was already a shitty Let's Play. Like, it was already bad on its own merits.
Yeah.
But it was just seeing like people talk about the success of that as if that was the best thing I ever did, when I'm like, this is objectively speaking one of the worst things I've ever done. Like, no opinions here. It's just objectively, factually bad. I didn't commentate part of it.
I know.
How was that good?
Yeah, Logster said the Scooby-Doo losers. Yeah. So, come the end of 2018, we have Xenoblade and Road to Smash Ultimate. We have a really successful audience. One thing I noticed was most of our new audience were really getting invested in our stuff. They were like following us from series to series. We have people who watch Piglet who then watch something completely unrelated to Piglet because they liked your commentary that much, you know? And I'm like, this is what we need. We need people who are invested in us as people, not just the games we're playing. Yeah.
So, this is what happened when we announced at the end of 2018 we were going to be done with Let's Plays. Now, keep in mind, we were planning to be done. I was planning to make the future of the channel just Tomodachi Life, but I was also planning to have a Knife Hunter Fights redo in that time, too.
Yeah.
So, early 2019... Yeah, no, this isn't a good game. So, early 2019, we had two series going on to be our finales, Mario Party 8 and Luigi Galaxy. And those are kind of my experiment to confirm my suspicions. Now, here we are talking about these are going to be our last Let's Play projects. Are all these as I'm perceiving them, fake fans who don't really care about us, are they going to watch our finales?
Yeah.
Mario Party 8 did okay over time, but not great. Luigi Galaxy is our worst performing Let's Play to date. It is the only Let's Play on the entire channel that has not hit triple digits for all the episodes.
Man.
And that's mind-boggling to me. Because, Katie, do you think that is, bar none, our best Let's Play?
Yeah.
To the point where I don't even think we'll ever be able to top it. Is that fucking good of a Let's Play?
Yeah, it's so shocking to me that, like, no one watched it because, like, I do think that it was the best performance we've both ever had.
It is the funniest. We have the most like analytical discussions for like level designs. We talk so much about the atmosphere. It's like Super Mario Galaxy is the only time you'll ever see me on the channel get like actually emotional in a video. I was legit fucking emotional in some scenes because Super Mario Galaxy is just that fucking good of a masterpiece.
I know.
But there's this whole, people hate Nintendo because they're fucking kids in adult bodies and they think Nintendo's for kids and kids in adult bodies hate stuff for kids.
Yeah.
Never mind, Super Mario Galaxy is a better game than any of them I've ever played. Is that fucking good?
I know.
It is so unbelievably good.
It's amazing.
And I say this to someone who, like, it's not nostalgia. I didn't like the game as a kid. I liked the game as an adult when I played it. But as a kid, I actually didn't like it at all.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, so it's not like a nostalgia thing for me. It's just when I revisited it in college, I'm like, holy shit, this game is so good.
It's not nostalgia for me because I didn't play video games as a kid.
And you felt the same thing.
Ones,
like, it's so good.
Yeah, it's so freaking good.
But that aside, that kind of confirmed my suspicion. And like, all right, this is fine. I was kind of making them this Night of 100 Frights Let's Play them with the idea that, like, I need to get rid of these dead subscribers. Now, here's something else I gotta say, too. Like, I'm not mad at people who didn't watch all our stuff. And I never should be. But I was at the time, and that wasn't healthy. That wasn't appropriate of me. And that's something I do regret a lot. I was... Sarah needs to be in the Great Skeleton War, or do a sketch of that after the stream.
Totally. Awesome. Thank you, Y2K.
That was just such an unhealthy mindset I had. And so when we went into the Night of 100 Frights Let's Play, it's a mess for a lot of reasons. But the one thing I really can't stand about is just how upset I am. I was not in a good place mentally then. Now, I will stand by, it did one thing great, and that's it got rid of all the dead subs. People watching this, you're not the people I'm complaining about, you know?
Yeah.
I'm complaining about the kind of people who would complain when I did a new Let's Play. They would actually complain to me because it wasn't the game they wanted to see. But meanwhile, they're telling me to do some game that's like, I can't work with this. There's no substance to this game. It's so dumb.
Yeah.
You know, those people don't exist anymore because my Night of 100 Frights redo got rid of them all.
Yeah, no, it did do that.
I don't like that Let's Play, the Night of 100 Frights 2019. It's bad. I think it's slightly better than the 2012 one, but it's not good. But it was successful at its goal, which was getting rid of dead subscribers. You know? And so I just want to make that clear. Like, absolutely nobody watching this is the kind of person I'm complaining about at all. You know?
Yeah.
And even so, the kind of people I'm complaining about, I'm not mad at them as people anymore. I was at the time, and that was not appropriate. And I fully admit that was not appropriate. But yeah, the Rosalia's whole story in Mario Galaxy is so great.
Yeah. Oh, they got a little lag in the stream.
Yeah, I see that. It should be evening out soon, though. It says excellent connection on our end. Buffering. Yeah, I'm seeing that. Never mind. Hold on. Yeah, we have a really bad connection all of a sudden.
That's weird.
Like, out of nowhere, we have this really bad connection.
It's buffering for a lot of people.
Yeah, I see that. All right, there's a lot of lag right now.
That's weird.
Are we back?
It's back for
Well, OBS is still saying we have a bad connection. View stats. Why are we having... We're good? We're good, it says?
We're good for a couple people.
Everyone let us know. Is it smooth now or are things still dead? Because we're losing more frames. Hold on a sec.
I think we're good now.
We're still getting a shitty connection on our end.
That's weird.
Yeah, it says we're in action again. Everyone says we're good now, though.
I guess we should just go with
Should I continue? Everyone let us know if we should be continuing right now. Oh, we're getting back in the green zone for our connection. I don't know what that was about.
Well, yeah, if it happens again, then let us know. Because that's annoying.
We are on Comcast right now for our ISP, and Comcast is shit tier.
Yeah.
So fuck Comcast. Fuck lack of net neutrality. I don't even know if that's related to this. I just feel like saying a buzzword. All right, everyone's saying we're good now.
Okay, I guess we can keep going. Where were we?
Who the fuck knows? Okay, we're fine.
Mario Galaxy.
Wait, hold on. It says we're losing frames. How bad's the frame rate? Like, how... It should be a 30 FPS. It looks smooth to me in the preview. All right, smooth now.
Okay.
All right, I guess Comcast was just fucking us over there.
Comcast just had a little seizure.
But if we're good, I guess I'll keep going. Anyway, to make a long story short, the Mario Galaxy... Or sorry, not Mario. The Night Friend Face 2019's main goal was to deter dead subscribers.
Yeah.
And it worked. Yeah. We lost a triple-digit number of subscribers in that series. And I'm very happy we did. Because we also started gaining subscribers exponentially faster, and all of our projects started getting more views when we lost all the dead subscribers.
Yeah, they did.
So the way YouTube's algorithm works, and this is really fucking stupid, if you're subscribed to someone and then a series comes up and like you don't watch it at all, YouTube goes, oh, people must not be interested in the series and won't recommend it to people.
Mm-hmm.
And since a lot of people only cared about Knife Hunter fights and nothing else was getting views. So by getting rid of them, the channel could grow again. And that's a big part where my spite came from too. But like I said, I just don't think the spite was appropriate at all.
Yeah,
to give an idea, I as recently after that, as like 2 months after Knife Hunter Fights 2019 started, I said I didn't think it was good.
Mm-hmm.
So I think like some people say like, oh, I'm glad you think that now. It's like, this isn't recent. I thought this at the time, like a month or two later.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right, so yeah, I guess we're smooth now. Welcome, Thunder Spirit.
That's weird, but... So
yeah, it got rid of the subscribers and allowed us to grow again. Then this is where things then started to get really bad on our end. So in 2021, I had to start a new job. My previous job, then I was actually working at SAP out of college. Then COVID happened. So during 2020, I ended up losing that job. Mm-hmm. We did Rehydrated, which is a pretty good series overall. It has some quirks, but overall solid.
Yeah.
Then what happened in 2021 was I started working as a special education teacher. That's not my background at all. I have absolutely no formal training at all in it. But it was a very, fuck, what's my train of thought? See, I lost it now because all the connection shit.
Exhausting.
Yeah, it was a very exhausting job. It just like, it didn't go places, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hold on.
Well,
Are we getting, like, are you seeing the lag thing over on the side there? Like, he's going into red.
No, it's blocked for me, so I can't see it.
You can't even see it.
No.
Are we getting a smooth frame rate to people? Are people seeing us? Like, is this working for people at all? And like, I'm not even seeing any chat messages go.
Yeah, that's kind of suspicious. Yeah, I think it's fine.
All right, we're fine. They say we're fine.
I'm a little paranoid.
I know. Like, I'm like tempted to go see if there's something wrong with the router box. I'm also afraid if I flip it off and on again, the stream will just die. Yeah.
Well.
We can continue.
I think we should just keep going.
All right.
They'll tell us if it's really bad. I guess.
Shaggy just got hit.
He just got impaled. Poor Shaggy.
All right, coming in good. So people are saying that, but I am tempted to see if we should just restart it to see if that would fix it again, because I was seeing it flash to red again in OBS.
I would wait until like the chat says that it's bad again.
Until the chat says we're getting lag spikes again?
Yeah.
All right, you understand why that makes me paranoid, though.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, hoping to God things will work. The stream won't be affected by small connection issues. Yeah, but there was like really bad connection issues for a while there.
Yeah.
It's like that, you know?
Yeah.
All right, they're all saying it's smooth. Okay, so let's try to go with it like it's smooth then.
All right.
That was very worrying to me. It's also so distracting too, because now I keep looking over.
I know. I can't see it, but...
Okay, so I was working then in 2021 as a special education teacher. It was, to say the least, it was a life-changing job. I had never done anything like that before, but it was one of the most rewarding, exciting, adventurous things I've ever done in my life. Mm-hmm. It was so great. Every day was a new adventure. Also, it was horrible at the same time. That is the most exhausting job I've ever done in my life. I would never do anything like that again. Ever.
Mm-hmm. I get that.
I want to I want to put this into perspective for people. The average turnaround for this job was 5 months. I lasted 2 years.
Wow.
Just think about that for a second. Just how fucking stressful this must be if the average person left after 5 months.
From what I've heard about it, I wouldn't even last a day.
It was very fucking difficult. And the best part was it paid $14 an hour. So not even any money on top of that either.
Oh my God.
Dakota would love to hug one of the polar bears.
That's adorable. I love that.
Oh, thank you so much for the donations,
Thank
Y2K.
you.
Was this game really hard? Was that just bad? No, this game's fucking hard. And not for the right reasons at all. This isn't a very good game.
No.
So the biggest reason then in 2021, 2022, why we couldn't get back to YouTube, why we couldn't upload, I think the single biggest reason came down to the fact that I just didn't have the mental capacity for it, you know?
Yeah.
I would come home every day and it's like, I can't talk. My voice is shot because I was using it all day. I have no cognitive ability right now. It was just such an exhausting job. I still feel like I'm exhausted now. I haven't done it in a couple weeks. And I still feel like I'm catching up on it because it's like this job was taking years off my life.
Oh my God. I mean, I can imagine.
I loved it. It was great. I met so many wonderful things. I worked with autistic kids. I worked with high schoolers on like parole and on like in rehab.
Yeah. You actually worked with every single grade.
Yeah, I worked with every age from preschool up to 12th grade through this job. What was it? I fucking this summer I had my best experience. I was working in a school for deaf preschoolers, and it was such a wonderful time.
Yeah.
But also I'm just so done. So this past fall I started working with a marketing firm, Navitas Marketing, and I was doing that concurrent to this other job. So I was balancing 2 jobs, 3 if you want to count YouTube in there, because I do make a lot of money on YouTube too. That's it's not like a living, but it's definitely like a part of my income. It's like a requirement for us to afford our apartment.
Yeah.
So you could see why this past fall in particular was just so draining to me.
Yeah.
So come end of Arkham, thank you so much for your membership.
Yeah, thank you.
So come end of fall, I told the schools, I told them like this is it. This is my my signing off period, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, Gear Dog Cat, funny you say that, because as a kid, I was convinced the PBS show was a ripoff of the Scooby-Doo property.
Really?
Well, Scooby-Doo and the Cyber Chase was like a year prior. It came before that, you know? Hey, Camp, what's up?
Hey. And thank you.
I've never seen this game. It looks like it'd be fun to me. This game sucks. This game sucks.
Maybe it looks fun, but...
I wouldn't call this the worst game I've ever played by any means, but it's not a very good game. It's definitely, like, enjoyable, but you have to deal with its bullshit and the fact that it's stupid, so.
Yeah.
I'm still just, like, I'm all scattered. I feel like I had such a good flow before we started losing connection. Now, like, I totally lost my train of thought for everything.
I know, I feel that. That's how I feel on a regular basis.
Oh my god, yeah, on a regular...
I'm just as scatterbrained and kapoop all the time.
Well, if that explains unto people just why we've been so slow in the last 2 years in particular.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like up through the end of 2020, we were pretty consistent with uploading.
Yeah.
But the last 2 years is just the biggest factor keeping us from doing it, I think, was just the job I was doing. It was just too mentally draining. So as it stands right now, I'm actually kind of unemployed. I am still working with Navitas, that's part-time. I'm doing YouTube for income, but then my main day job is currently floating up there. I had 2 interviews that both went incredibly well, and I'm expecting to get offers, honestly, kind of from both. I was supposed to hear back from the one job this past week, although the woman who interviewed me was out sick all week, so I'm going to talk with her on Tuesday.
Yeah.
And really hoping I get that job, because that's actually in the same building I live in right now. And that would just make a world of difference. That would be, you know, like the difference between us living paycheck to paycheck like we've been and us just being fucking rich.
Yeah.
Because like, not only is it a substantial pay increase, it also comes with a 20% discount on rent. And I could really use that 20% discount on rent.
I know.
So I think that's basically it from what I wanted to say. It was more elegantly worded until that lag spike just fucked me up so bad.
There's so many people to blame. I know the chat was saying. Like Ty.
Spider-Man, the Red Siblings, Shaggy apparently.
Super Shag.
So I just hope that gets everything clear for people. Tomodachi Life was going to come back this year. I ended up changing those plans because of the move. We moved at the start of 2022, like in January 2022.
Yeah.
And I kind of had an idea that was going to really like throw a wrench into everything. So that's why I had 2 plans. So there's a plot device in Tomodachi Life we're going to be using that will kind of catch us up to the present time. This is my last plot device I have to time skip us, so hopefully nothing like this happens again.
Yeah.
But like I said, I don't really consider that to be a delay per se, because I had like the two possible plans. It's like, well, it could go this way or this way. It just happens to go with plan B instead of plan A.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So Tomodachi Life will be coming back this year. We have reworked things so heavily on that.
Yeah.
And also, as we said, it's like Tomodachi Life, I don't think is good to be the only way that we have our characters introduced with people, you know?
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's why we have been starting to incorporate my characters into the live stream art and stuff like that.
Into the live stream art, to the thumbnail art. Just simple stuff like this, you know, like right down there. That's something so simple, but now, great. Now all three of them are right there being adorable together.
Yeah. And I actually drew that picture like a year ago.
2 years ago.
Oh my god.
That was 2021.
That's crazy.
Yeah, well, we had this in the back burner for a while. This could be possible. So, yeah, there we go. That's basically, that's my story. That's what I want to tell. And again, I apologize for my wording completely falling apart when that fucking lag spike came. I thought things were great until then.
I know.
But yeah, that just threw a wrench into everything.
It's okay.
And now we got to move into the stories Katie wants to tell, which...
Yeah.
I do need to put this out there. We're going to give a bit of a trigger warning. Katie wants to talk a lot about her mental health over the last couple of years in particular. And so I'm just going to put this out there. If you're someone who you're not in a state of mind where you can hear about that right now, please, by all means, don't. Please turn the stream off. I don't want anyone being upset by this.
Yeah, I don't want to upset anybody.
I don't know every little detail Katie's going to be sharing. She did talk about with me a lot about the kind of things she wants to go over and talk about, and she went over them with me because she had a bit of a problem where she was kind of making herself sound really, like, not good. I'm like, you don't need to incriminate yourself with this, you know? So
yeah,
we talked over with that, but just to put out there again, you know, if anyone is not up for listening to that right now, by all means, don't. Please. I'm not going to be offended if you leave the stream for that.
Yeah, no, neither will I. It's like, it's something that's really hard to talk about, but I want to talk about it because I feel like people watching us kind of deserve to know why, you know, things have been put off for so long. And I feel like a lot of it is because of my mental health.
And real quick before we start that, before we get into the serious stuff, yes, Thunderseer, that is exactly the kind of things we have in mind. Like putting our characters into into the different games. So that is exactly the kind of things we were thinking of doing.
Yeah.
There's that. There's stuff like for instance, we're going to do a Knife Runner Frights challenge run where instead of the monster tokens, we're going to have waifu tokens.
Yeah.
It's also going to be a challenge run in other ways too. That's just going to be one gimmick. In addition to everything else, we're also trying to get all the waifu tokens.
Yeah. Oh, why am I getting texts? I thought I have airplane mode on.
Yeah, no disturbances right now.
Yeah.
And also, Katie, just for you, if there's anything you change around sharing, you're not obliged to share any of this. It's your choice entirely. And if you need me to help you,
I will probably
not to sound rude to
me.
people, not to sound rude at people, but Katie's well aware that when it comes to wording things, it's not exactly her strong point.
I'm not the most eloquent person, and also my memory's really bad. So
that's why you have notes.
So I took notes, and if I say anything wrong, then like I need you to correct me because my memory.
I can do that. If you say something that I feel like can be elaborated on, I might jump in. I won't say anything you haven't already brought up or established with people, though.
Right. Yeah, we're going to get a little personal. So I brought my emotional support thwomp today. Because it makes me feel better when I hug it. So then we have a special guest, my thwomp. But anyway, should I begin?
Yeah, I'll let you start wherever you feel appropriate to start.
I feel like 2019 is probably the best place to start because I think that's like when my problems really started.
It was in 2018, everything was happy. We were having fun every day. There were no problems for us in 2018.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, 2018 was a good time.
2018 was the best part of our lives. We were both having so much fun with everything. We were having fun with YouTube. We're doing fine with careers and stuff. That was when everything was easy.
Yeah.
2018 was still the last time I think the channel was consistently uploading high quality content. That was such a good period.
I agree. But it's okay. So I think what started it all in 2019 was my parents were kind of starting to make me feel a little insecure about doing YouTube and art. And I don't want to say that they're bad people.
No,
they just worry a lot.
I've known your parents for a long time. Your parents are very old-fashioned people.
Yeah. So like
Whoa, what the fuck?
Oh no.
One of our screens just went completely white. What the fuck?
Oh my god. Wait, it's fixed.
Okay. We're getting signs between this and the stream. We're getting signs that like we shouldn't be doing this right now.
Cringe Defender asked, "What's the name of my emotional support thwomp?" I thought I had a name for it, but now I don't remember.
I think you just said it was Thwomp.
It might have just. I think it was just Thwomp. Yeah, but
yeah,
anyway.
to talk about your parents, like they're not bad people. They're very old-fashioned people.
Yeah, And they worry a lot, and I have a history of anxiety. So when they worry,
they don't just
it makes
worry.
me worry.
They make everyone around them worry. They're very neurotic people too. Is probably a good way to describe them.
Yeah. So they were very much like, they don't come from a time where like you can just make money off of your creations and it's like doing YouTube
no,
and stuff.
They outright said things to you, even like the YouTube stuff's a waste of time, and like meanwhile YouTube is the best dollar to hour ratio I've ever done in a job.
Yeah, no, it would just kind of be like I would say that I'm going over to Ben's house to record something, and I just get like an eye roll or something like that.
An eye roll.
Like,
Meanwhile, I had gotten a job making $50,000 a year out of college because of what we had done on YouTube.
Yeah.
YouTube's a resume builder, you know?
Yeah. And I'm someone who's like, I used to be very like codependent on my parents. Like I couldn't do anything unless I thought that they approved of it.
Yeah, and I think that's an unfortunate truth too, is that the codependency thing wasn't new. That had been there long term.
That had been around since I was a little girl. Like I've always been extremely codependent on my parents until like recently. And I don't think it was their fault. I think like they just didn't know how to deal with my anxiety and like, yeah, they didn't know that, like, you know, how they were acting was having such a negative impact on me, if that makes sense. But
the fact of the matter is still, regardless of intent, it was hurting you.
Yeah. So I was starting to feel really insecure about YouTube and my art. And it was also, I was graduating from college in a year. So I was feeling a lot of pressure with that, too.
Well, that's also why your parents started getting on your case. Like, all right, so you're getting out of college, time to stop this YouTube stuff and find a real job.
Yeah, lots of talks like that.
Yeah.
So I think that then that definitely had an effect on the art for Tomodachi Life, and I
think you're skipping a lot.
Oh yeah. No,
I can literally see your notes there. Is that intentional? Are you trying to leave things out because you don't want to talk about them?
No, I forgot. First there was the 7th anniversary art.
Do you want me to?
What?
Do you want me to talk about this, or
Maybe I completely forgot. My memory is so bad.
You have notes in front of you.
I know, I'm looking at it.
No, I'm saying you don't need to remember stuff. You have notes right in front of you.
I know, this is the next thing I've written down.
What did you leave out?
See?
Oh, I see. Okay.
Unless you think there's something else.
Well, I think the first down stuff was with Luigi Galaxy.
Oh, yeah.
You literally told me that was the first thing you wanted to talk about.
Oh, yeah, I have that listed next. I'll talk about that first, though, since I think that was first.
That was first, yeah.
Yeah, I do have that written down, though. Sorry, I'm a scatterbrain.
Yeah, why do you write those out of order?
Yeah, I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. I can see it written down there.
I know. I'm stupid. I'm sorry.
No, you're not. It's not stupid. That's not the reason. It's hard to talk about stuff like this.
Yeah. Okay, so Luigi Galaxy. Easily, like, our best Let's Play, in my opinion. I don't laugh at myself a lot, but I laugh at myself a lot in that Let's Play. It's really funny.
It's so great.
But recording it was so bad. I remember, like, we
had such a fun Let's Play. It was hell behind the scenes to make that.
It's just like we had to re-record so much of it because like I could tell that there were parts that I was zoning out in because of like how insecure I was getting.
When it comes to re-recording, that's nothing new to us either. When we did Yoshi's Island, for instance, we recorded the first episode of that maybe 4 or 5 times before we got a take we liked.
Yeah.
And that's normal. And when it came to Madagascar, the first episode that was recorded about 8 times, and then the second session started on the halfway point of the series, and we recorded that video like another 8 times.
Yeah.
But with Mario Galaxy, it was bad. I don't think a single episode of that was our first take at one.
Yeah, I know. That's so crazy.
I don't think a single take in that Let's Play is our first attempt at a level in that game, which ironically might be why it came out so good.
Yeah, I know.
We had lots of time to like really be rehearsed and know what you wanted to say about it, but...
I know. But then, like... After we did it, I had such bad memories of it that, like, I didn't watch it when it came out, when you posted it to YouTube, which is weird because I always used to watch every epised that you would put out, but I didn't watch anything from that one.
Give me a cough drop.
Okay. But it's just because I had such bad memories of it.
I caught it, don't worry.
But, I don't know, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Am I making sense?
You're making sense. That was one factor. I know the other factor was just you were aware the series wasn't doing well in terms of views.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely.
And I think that was something that was also kind of not good for your mental health. Again, I'm not blaming anyone for not watching it. Like, you're not at fault for that.
Yeah.
But it was something that was having a negative impact on like your self-esteem, I think.
Yeah, when I didn't see that it was doing well, I was kind of starting to get insecure about that too. And like, well, my parents are probably right. Like this, I can't make a living off of this because nobody even likes me. So.
Well, and then there's the other thing you have to remember too. While we're doing this series, we're working on Tomodachi Life.
Yes.
We're working on the art. We're working on the bios. We're working on like how we're gonna actually like record the episodes and stuff.
Yeah.
This is all happening concurrent. So the early Tomodachi Life stuff is getting impacted directly by your mental state at the time of Luigi Galaxy.
Yeah.
I know the other thing. So while working on the art for the 7th anniversary, that took you a very long time, correct?
Yeah, that took me a few months to do.
And at the time, I wasn't as invested in the art side of things. I didn't realize that Katie spending 3 months on that picture was a little extreme.
Yeah.
Just for comparison, most art takes time. It takes a lot of time. A picture like the 7th anniversary one should have maybe taken in between 5 and 6 hours. That's honestly a really generous overestimate, too. I feel like it would probably take you less than that.
Yeah. So the fact that I was spending several months on this one picture was a little extreme. Like, I get that there were a lot of characters, like there were a lot of people in it, but it was still a little excessive for me.
I know there was that, and you also want to talk about the changes to the style and quality of the art itself.
Oh yeah, just like how it was shit.
So here's the thing: you can sound like that's harsh saying that, but
it was though.
It kind of was
for the time.
Like it's shit like my gameplay right now.
It's fine. It's just the rhythmic dinosaur.
Yeah.
It's all good. For the time though, in 2019, my art was not good for what I could do.
Yeah, like
it just wasn't. It looked like shit, and I'll be honest about that.
Well, there's reasons for that too.
But I think that was related to, I don't know, just like I was kind of like unintentionally sabotaging it. I think because of how insecure I was getting.
Okay, Katie, I want to ask you a question too, since I noticed you're doing a mixture of like trying to talk about things and kind of stopping, holding back. Would you rather script something like this? Like, you don't have to talk about this now if you don't feel ready for it.
Maybe.
If you feel like you'd be more comfortable scripting this, then do that, because I don't want to go accusing yourself, but it sounds to me a lot like you kind of know what you want to say, but you're not really sure how to.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, I'm not the best well-spoken, especially when it comes to stuff like this.
It's, so when talking today, I told Katie she can say whatever she wants and she doesn't have to say anything about this at all. I was very clear with that, even 10 minutes before the stream, because Katie was telling me she wasn't sure she wanted to talk about this. And what did I say to you? I said, you don't have to, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I said, like, you can talk about this whenever you're ready, if you even want to tell people this. It's entirely up to you, whatever you want to share and say.
Yeah. I guess, like, some of it might be a little more, like, maybe I should hold off on it.
That's fine.
But
I can
talk about stuff that has to do with the series, though, like the YouTube series, possibly.
Honestly, Katie, it's whatever you want to do. I'm not making decisions for you,
Mm-hmm. I don't know.
It's fine. So it's funny because I just did, for Navitas, I just did something talking about the power of live stream. It was a video someone else did that I had to edit for them, talking about why live stream is a powerful tool. And one of the tools is it talks about not just like what you talk about, but also that it demonstrates to people your vulnerability, just in the sense that you mess up. It's just part of streaming live. It will always happen,
Yeah.
For something like this, if you don't know what you want to say now, don't force it. You don't need to say anything now. I can't speak for everyone in the chat. I'm certainly not going to think less of you for that, though.
Yeah.
And Kate has gone woke boarding. Why not her skateboarding?
That would be fun.
If you don't feel like you're ready to talk about this now, it's okay. You don't have to at all.
Maybe I could wait just so that I can, like, I don't know.
Kind of script out everything you want to say?
Yeah, so that I can better explain it.
Yeah, as Unicorn said right there, articulating your thoughts is hard.
It is hard.
You're a human being,
so hard.
You're a human being.
Especially for me.
There's that. There's the fact that I know some of the stuff you want to talk about here is really fucking heavy.
Yeah.
I know some of it gets really heavy. There were some things there I even asked, like, are you sure you want to talk about this?
Yeah. I mean, like, I want to, because I feel like I need to be able to talk about it.
And if you feel that way, then you should. I encourage you to do it if you feel that way. But, I think right now, maybe just have fun. Just be happy.
All right.
You don't need to talk about this stuff right now,
Yeah.
Maybe you can script it out, and in a couple days you can upload kind of a follow-up to this if you want.
Mm-hmm. Because it's just hard to do it live, I guess. Just because I'm not an eloquent person.
Well, maybe blame me for this, because I also told you don't rehearse, because my philosophy is always if you rehearse, you kind of get stuck in like zones where you feel like you need to share things. You're not necessarily listening to your thoughts if you want to like change your mind.
Yeah.
That's why I typically don't rehearse stuff like this at all.
Yeah, right.
So,
But,
well, sorry if this was a disjointed mess, but like I said, this is just supposed to be,
yeah.
this is just supposed to be like a we're back kind of deal. I just want to talk about my job stuff, and then Katie wants to talk about her life. So
Yeah, I do, but I'll do it when I can better articulate it, like maybe script it out.
It's fine. That's why I'm not doing a VOD for this. I knew this was probably going to be kind of a mess.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting the connection to fuck up me talking, but you know.
Yeah.
You still got your emotional support, Thwomp. You'll be fine.
Here he is, Thwomp. Literally, it's when I hug this Thwomp, I instantly feel better.
It's good for you. It's good for you. You know, you need that.
I know, it's so weird.
Happy.
I think there's like magical powers infused into like the seams of this plush.
It has the ghost of a wise old sage haunting the Thwomp.
Oh my god.
One who wants to help you achieve your inner peace.
Oh my gosh, everyone's being really sweet in the chat.
No, they
though,
are. I think
so thank you.
One thing that I wanted to address too is that like I'm not a very serious person. I'm a very silly person.
Yeah.
So, obviously, I was going to let Katie say whatever she felt she needed to say, you know. But by all means, if you're not for, I'd rather the stream be just fun.
We can just have fun.
We can just have fun with Shaggy and Scooby.
With Super Shag.
What I'm probably going to do when the stream is done is it will be available for watching to everyone publicly, but it will be unlisted. You'll need a link to it.
Mm-hmm.
I think that would probably be fair because the connection issue alone fucked up the commentary.
Yeah.
So it's all good, you know. Anyway, I guess that's it then. I was expecting you to go on longer because that's what I had planned for after you said you want to talk about this.
I'm
we
sorry.
We have some game left.
I wrote how much longer is it? This is the second half.
Yeah, there's 2 worlds after this. It's not that much longer.
Oh, no,
They're the longest worlds, but it's not that much.
I ruined everything.
It's fine. It is a-okay. This is a special treat for everyone watching.
Yeah.
I guess another reason, if you don't mind me saying this, I really doubt you will, but I think another reason why I know you want to talk about this stuff is because the influence it has on your debut project you're working on.
Yes. Yeah, the debut one. Mm-hmm. It has a lot to do with that.
Yeah, so obviously the debut project it's very different. We'll probably show off some concept art actually then if you want to in your scripted part, you know.
Not Cambridge Circle, not the Windstriders. It's nothing that's been talked about yet, really.
It's something that's going to be in Tomodachi Life. It's totally just too distant from that.
Yeah, it's too serious.
But you took a lot of inspiration from the experiences you've had if there's a silver lining to any of the struggles that you've been through, you know, it's that
I have a good story that's going to come out of it.
You got wiser from it.
Yeah.
You got wiser from it. I mean, like to be very blunt, things were not good with us for a while. Mm-hmm. You know, like on either of our ends. It was just wasn't happy. A lot of not great things happening.
Yeah.
But another part of why I think you felt comfortable sharing this is this last year has been so much better. Here, if we can talk about this isn't too heavy. Oh my god, thank you both so much. I couldn't read what Arkham
I gotta
said.
Scroll back up to see what Arkham said. To support the idea of channel plushies in the future.
Oh my god, we need a Raphael plush.
Oh my god, we do.
And then Camp just gave something too.
Hey Katie, the fact that you said anything at all is brave and commendable. Not like I can attest to anything personally since I'm a bit younger adult, but I know everyone hurts sometimes, but we're all here for you. Aw, thank you,
I think
Camp.
what we'll do with this is I think it'll still be live streamed, but I think you'll have a script in front of you. You can maybe like default back to if you need to.
Yeah.
If that's what you feel, obviously, if you'd rather do it pre-recorded,
honestly, I'd probably be better just pre-recording it and reading from a script that I write myself.
That's fine. That's fine. What we can do is we can have it be like a premiere, so that way. See, my only concern is I want to make sure we can answer people's questions in real time if they're confused by anything.
Yeah.
So maybe we can.
We could do that. Like.
Yeah, I mean, again, I'm never gonna. I sure hope you've learned over the last few years. I'm never gonna make you do anything you don't want to do on this channel. But.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, thank you all so much for your kind words.
Yeah, no, that means a lot. But things are a lot better now, though. Like 2022 was such a massive step up that it's just.
Yeah, so that's why we wanted to talk about this all this year. Is that this past year for your mental health especially has been so much. You've been so much happier.
Yeah, and I look back on things that happened those years, and I'm like, I can't even comprehend how I did certain things, like why I did certain things.
So actually, I like what Camp said. He said that make a pre-recorded video and we can like interrupt on the fly if we need to talk about things. That might not be a bad idea.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Yeah.
Camp, will you buy a Draphael plush from Draphael the Rabbit?
Would we be allowed to do that, even if it's like...
I mean, it's fair use. It's parody.
It's a parody, so...
It's fair use.
Yeah. I know, I'm such a bad person. What was the name of the person who made Kate plush? She was...
Ulysses.
Ulysses, yeah. I'm so bad with names, but...
Yeah, she made a Kate plush.
Yeah, she made a Kate plush, and it was so cute.
Yeah, that was very sweet of her. She made that for us back in, was that 2020?
I think.
Was that 2021? I don't even remember.
Those years are a blur.
Yeah, the years
to me.
blended together. I'm too old for this now.
You know?
I'm too old for this tomfoolery. But no, just
Like,
there's the other thing too. It's like since we were going to tell these stories, and there's some heavy shit in there. I just want everyone to know, like, Katie's telling these because she's so much happier now.
Yeah. And I mean, it's not like it's not perfect now, but it's like so much better that it's like, you know.
I know everyone watching this knows this about us, but it's like you're not drawing OCs with your characters. These aren't OCs. You know, they're not characters you're drawing just for the fun of drawing or whatever.
Yeah.
These are our career, is these franchises, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what we're doing on YouTube is a first way to market these out there, but you've been finding other ways to get your characters out there too. The art standalone in a lot of places, you know?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
There's stuff like I don't know what details we're allowed to talk about this, but we're getting stuff done with other companies involved. You know, like progress is being made in all this. I don't know how much we're allowed to talk about.
But there is some exciting stuff.
There's definitely some exciting stuff talking. And it's like, I feel like we're going to have our first commercial release in this decade, which is crazy to me.
Yeah, that's insane. Doesn't feel real to me.
No, not at all. But also that's a really good thing, you know?
Yeah.
And like I said, here's something I need for this year with 2023. It doesn't matter what series someone watches. If they watch a series, they need to know who Dakota is, you know?
Yeah.
They don't need to even care about her series. They just need to know who she is. That means they're doing it right. Because if they know who she is and they're not interested, then hey, that is fair, you know? That is completely fair. I'm not mad at anyone for that.
I don't expect everyone to be interested.
But if they don't even know who she is, well, then that's a problem. We need to at least make sure they have the opportunity to decide if they're interested, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, y'all gonna be on TV. I would love to see what could happen in a Windstriders adaptation to TV.
Yeah, like a mini series or something.
Yeah, well,
it definitely wouldn't work as a movie. I don't think.
Too long.
Yeah.
Well, it's only 3 seasons, so it could work as like a actual TV show, not a mini series.
Yeah, no, that's true.
Cambridge Circle ecchi anime.
Right. That would be great.
So I'd want to be in that like CGI Fire Emblem Awakening cutscene art style.
Yeah, that's the style I would want too.
That's like the style you emulate closest with your art, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, Luxor said a Cambridge Circle animated Netflix series. I would do it.
Only problem is I don't know if Netflix would want to air something like that.
Yeah, it's a little
too real.
It might be too real for some people.
Well, okay, one of the biggest inspirations behind Cambridge Circle was the fact that like we were obviously Katie came up with the ideas when she was in 6th grade?
We were just talking about this with my brother the other day, that I think Cambridge Circle is like 14 years old.
Yeah, the concept at least.
The concept anyway. I came up with it when I was in 6th grade.
But like one of the driving factors behind the modern interpretations of it is the fact that like we've seen so many TV shows that like don't really go into detail on the fact that like fucking teenagers, they're just adults but small without experience.
Mm-hmm.
Teenagers do dumb things. They do drugs. Teenagers have sex. That's something that they do. Not everyone does it. Not by any means. But it's something that I feel like a lot of shows just like don't address, is that like people do shit.
Yeah.
And whenever they do, it's always like a PSA against stuff like that.
Right.
And so like, I think one of the things we want to do is we just want to tell a story, not necessarily be like preaching about, oh, you shouldn't do this. This is an unhealthy lifestyle or anything. Just to like be like, hey,
it happens.
This happens, you know? And people are different. One of my favorite things is that the entire story of the 10th grade arc, is about all the characters kind of discovering, interpreting their own sexualities. Mm-hmm. And one thing I love about it is they all have such wildly different viewpoints on it, and none of them are right or wrong for it. Yeah. It's just different ways to look at it.
It's
you know?
just everyone has a different view.
Like someone's like, oh, it's a romantic thing. It's something you only do with someone you really love and are serious about. Someone's like, oh, it's a fun thing. You can just do it all casually. And someone's like, I don't give a fuck.
Literally.
And it's like, I love the idea of just that, like, there are all these different perspectives in it because there are all these different people in the real world with these different perspectives.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that is something I really wanted to focus on.
Yeah, just like that drive to like make something that feels real and down to earth.
Mm-hmm. Creative guy said that there could be a cool side series involving Sapphire.
I don't think we'd ever actually bother with something like that personally, because I feel like we'd be too busy with other projects. But that's the kind of thing we could like totally license out to someone else.
Yeah, like if somebody else wanted to take a whirl.
Yeah. Yeah, they don't want to because of the controversy and boycott by soccer moms. Yep, that's exactly why. I agree with you completely. And that's the kind of thing we don't care about.
Yeah.
I don't care if like making stuff that's controversial gets us less attention. I think we just need to tell the stories we want to tell. It will find their own audience. I don't care if it's niche. You know, I just want people to... I want the audience who will enjoy it to enjoy it. You know?
Right.
And TV fan, don't worry, that's not too off topic. You're not like the kids from before. And are we planning to do Cosmic Shake? Probably, actually, yes. We have the Joe White mode first, which we'll be doing that in, what was that, 2 weeks, I think? We'll be doing Joe White mode.
I can't keep track of the days.
Yeah, camp, high school-based series with subtlety and nuance. What a novelty. And yeah, bad press is still press, I agree. Like, here's something. I find that there's always two extreme opinions when it comes to religion, especially in young people. Either that it's really good and people without religion are all bad, or that it's really bad and no one should have religion, makes you immoral. And I'm like, I feel like both of those are really unhealthy perspectives to have on it. Yeah. So, like, we have shit like, not everyone in Cambridge Circle has a religion, but some characters do, and it's part of who they are, and it helps them with things. And I don't know. I don't see. I usually don't see stuff. I can't think of stuff where religion's portrayed positively that wasn't made. That wasn't made by a religious person. I'm not religious at all, but like I hate how people just demonize it. Yeah. Like I don't think that's at all a healthy way to look at shit.
I know. Yeah, I feel that too.
That's some inspiration from Xenoblade.
Yeah.
I love the way Xenoblade talks about religion, but
Xenoblade is so good. But
everything about Xenoblade is so good. It's just such a great game. With such a shitty sequel.
I know.
But,
not that I've played it, but...
You've seen a lot of cutscenes from it.
I have. I've looked up some cutscenes.
And they're awful. We have VeggieTales at least.
Oh my gosh.
I'll be very confused as to the future content of the channel. Me too, dude. Me too. So this is actually a good place to talk about that. Will there be more Let's Plays? Yes, but not a lot. So Katie and I had this discussion a couple of times, and the conclusion we came to is there's only so many more games we really want to Let's Play. You know, I wrote out a list a while ago and it came to 32, and I think we're up to about 42 now. But I think that's going to be it. I don't see us wanting to really do full Let's Plays of any more games after that.
Well, because like what you said at the beginning, there needs to be, like, you need to want to do it.
Yeah, I don't want to do it out of obligation, and to be honest with you, there's not that much more I want to cover in main Let's Plays, you know? Yeah. There are definitely things out there, don't get me wrong. Tomodachi Life isn't even going on forever. Tomodachi Life is planned for 5 seasons, and I don't think it's going to go past season 5, personally. Yeah. Like, I feel like season 5 is definitely going to be the end. It might go on longer if we have ideas, but I'm not personally saying that. Tomodachi Life has already gone on long enough, to be quite frank.
I know.
The fact that it might be going on another 2 years is like, oh, God.
Oh, my God. How many more of these bios can I edit? Man, I haven't edited a bio in a while.
Well, I love that the series ended in episode 69 so far.
Of all numbers for us to take a break on, that's a pretty fitting one. Considering the art for this channel.
Will you ever finish Lego Star? So yes, here's the thing. I want to finish Let's Plays we're currently doing. Lego Star Wars is a Let's Play. It will be finished.
Lego Star Wars is a Let's Play.
The biggest factor in why we didn't do it was just that we moved. And this is now like the first time since we moved that I feel like we have time to actually do this shit. Fuck! That like we've had a chance to do stuff like this, you know? Yeah. Okay, so like here's something really good to point out. This past August, on the 10-year anniversary of the original Night of Thunder Frights Let's Play, we did one episode of a new Night of Thunder Frights Let's Play. That was supposed to be the return to us Let's Playing. Then my sister died. And when my sister died, I didn't really have the heart to keep going for now. Night of Thunder Frights will continue. Lego Star Wars is supposed to be back this past fall. I just wasn't up for it after my sister died. Yeah. You know? Which is understandable. Yeah, like, I'm sure nobody except for those kids from earlier who we silenced will fault me for that. They actually gave me a hard time about that, which is one reason I was so mean to them. I don't give a shit about what they think.
Oh my God, wait, I didn't know that.
Oh, they were mad that we delayed Road to Smash Ultimate because my sister passed away. Fucking Christ, Scooby. That's why I was just so, like, just Arkham, just ban these stupid kids. Like, Like, I know they're kids, but also they're old enough if they can type and are on YouTube that they know better than this. And it's just like, I just don't care about offending dumb people, you know?
Yeah, I get that.
So, whatever. If you cross a line like that, I think I have the right to be mean to you.
I mean, yeah.
So, Lego Star Wars is definitely going to continue. That is one of the series. Yeah, like Legos just assholes, but a lot of them, they have no respect. No, fucking, why am I having such much trouble with this part?
The rolling ball.
Yeah, the rolling ball room, the big old bowling ball. I have no idea why I'm having so much trouble in this. Anyway, Lego Star Wars will continue. It was planned to be back by now. But yeah, circumstances outside my control prevented that. There are a few more Let's Plays we want to do. Other than that, I'm thinking the future of the channel is going to be in live streams. So this live stream was kind of a mess. Like I said, it was really good, I thought, until we lost connection, and then I became super, super scatterbrained. And then Katie's just rethinking how she wants to tell this stuff.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I do want to tell it, but...
It's hard stuff to talk about. And yeah, this game probably wouldn't be better without the live system. So, like... Arkham, I was a bit curious. They seemed harsh at first. Yeah, no, those kids, they don't think I was being harsh. They knew damn well I was annoyed at them. Yeah. It's to the point where, first off, they all spoke exactly the same way, so I had the conspiracy theory that they're all the same person. And there's exactly one member, one former community member I can think of who would probably do something like that. Seeing as we had a problem in the community, like a year ago. We were trying to do stuff like a year ago, and we kept getting comments from people who were brand new accounts who seemed to know way too much about how the channel worked. And at one time, I called them out and called out said individual by the name I assumed was actually running these accounts, and then these accounts stopped appearing for a while. I don't have proof that that's who it was. I'm just saying that's an interesting coincidence.
A little bit of a conspiracy.
A little bit of a conspiracy. So I wouldn't be shocked if those kids were also the same person in an account, considering that, like, they had this weird writing style where it's like, they seemed to, like, use words that were too intelligent for kids, but also their grammar was really all over the place, which... Just from knowing poor writing, that sounds to me like an adult who wasn't sure how to really make kids sound like kids.
Like how I used to write my kid characters.
So, you know, there's a conspiracy.
Yeah.
For hammer tapping. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think it's actually hammer tapping. That'd be hilarious if it was, though.
I would love it if hammer tapping showed up for a live stream.
Oh my god, yes! You guys are using CGI models of yourself?
They're really VTubers.
I think I have bad writing skills. Well, don't be harsh on yourself, but also I think most people have bad writing skills, I'll be honest.
I know.
My standards for writing are very high, and I don't think I'm a good writer by any means, but you don't have to be a good writer to criticize writing.
Yeah. There's a lot of bad writing out there. I was an English major, so I know.
You know from firsthand experience that English majors are, oh boy.
I can't stand them.
Very pretentious and very cheesy.
Yeah. Oh my god. The English majors are the most pretentious people in the universe.
They think they're so smart.
Yeah.
But then they actually not at all.
I remember one time I was in a class and I was like, we were doing poetry and I was
Secret
like,
chat
oh
message
god, I
from
hate...
Arkham?
Oh, where?
In Discord. I'm not sure why the Discord... Fuck, I was distracted by looking. I'm not sure why the Discord thing isn't updating. What the fuck?
That's weird.
That is weird. Why is that not updating?
I don't know.
Who knows?
Anyway, yeah, I told my English major classmates that I hate poetry, and they looked at me like I was the Antichrist.
Oh my god, maybe you hate poetry because poetry is all pretentious horse shit.
No.
Maybe you hate poetry because poetry is fucking stupid.
I never understand it.
I understand it. It's just shallow, dumb shit with shitty writing to make it sound more intelligent.
Yeah.
Fuck poetry. Poetry's awful.
Serious. One of my summary sketches was on poetry, and at the end I would just go on a rant about how much I fucking hate poetry. Speaking of summary sketch, I do want to...
Yeah, summary sketch are coming back too.
I really want to start making those again. There's just been no time.
Yeah. Yeah, so going forward, I think we're going to do more live streams on this channel. Not like this one. Like I said, this was just rough because of the subject material.
Yeah.
Oh my god, get out of my way, mummy.
I hate this boss fight.
Yeah, this boss sucks. This boss sucks.
Like, seeing you play it makes me rage.
It's such a poorly designed fight.
That's what they do.
But yeah, no, I hope that answers the questions about what's happening in the future of the channel. So yeah, Let's Plays, and when I say we're done with Let's Plays, keep in mind, we have a number planned out. It's going to go on a couple more years. It's not like we're stopping tomorrow. Mm-hmm. And the live streams will probably go on for a lot longer. I don't see when those are stopping because I have a lot of fun with those. They're easy.
Yeah.
Can't write a haiku.
The only poetry that I don't hate is when it's like whimsical.
Oh,
and
if it's
fun.
silly.
Like,
If it's silly. If it's not trying to be pretending it's all deep.
Yeah.
I agree with that completely. I hate when
poetry.
poetry pretends to be deep.
Yeah. I hate it. Even Edgar Allan Poe is one of my favorite authors, but like I'd rather just read his short stories and not his poetry. His poetry.
Your test stream is still on Twitch from 2 days ago. I'm fine with that. I don't think anything's inappropriate in the test stream. It's just me in a white shirt being like, is the audio good?
I didn't even know you did that.
I was mostly trying to see if the internet connection would be stable.
Oh, okay.
They're streaming at a different bitrate than usual. My favorite cartoonist I follow, one of the characters is a depressed poet. Everyone else shits on their poetry, calls it moody, depressed garbage. See, I don't think of poetry as being usually moody. I see like it's really cheesy.
Yeah.
Like, I can totally believe that people writing are really genuine. It's just it's such a cheesy way to express yourself. And like power to people if that's how they're happy with themselves. I'm not gonna stop that. It's just, oh my God,
do what makes you happy, but
I can't enjoy it myself.
I actually tried to write a free verse poem once, and when I finished it, I was so mad at myself. It's like, why did I just do that? This sucks.
Poetry's stupid.
I hate poetry.
Yeah, people have questions about what's going on with the future of the channel. I guess this is a good time too.
Yeah, or questions about anything really, like development and stuff.
I saw someone say something in chat about Ka before. It's gone though.
Oh no.
This is an actual hardware emulator. This is an emulator. Oh, that's the other thing. So going forward, we're probably going to be using a lot of emulators to record games because a lot of the games look really good with the high resolution stuff on them. Like, this is running in widescreen and at 1080p, which is stuff you can't actually do on original hardware. Unless you just stretch the video, which looks terrible. Sorry, I think the reason y'all didn't like Doki Doki Literature was because y'all hate poetry. No, that wasn't a factor. I hated the game for entirely other reasons. One of the reasons I hate it is just that I feel like the concept of deconstruction is so shallow. Like, deconstruction just means, let's just pull apart the tropes and show why they don't work. Everyone with a fucking brain knows why tsunderes don't work in real life. Or yanderes, where the fuck she was. Everyone with a fucking brain knows that. What I hate about it is, like, the deep thing is they're saying that if a yandere was in control of a story, she'd be evil. Yes, that's what they are! Is this news to people?
That's true.
That's what I hate about that shit. It was so fucking stupid. I think Doki Doki Literature Club would have been great if it was just a black comedy instead. No serious shit in it at all. Just a dark comedy. I think that would have been great.
That would have been kind of funny.
Yeah. Instead of whatever that fucking horseshit was that actually was.
None of them were even waifus.
No, none of them were even that attractive. Sayori was okay.
Yeah. Like, her hair was kind of cute.
That was it, though.
Yeah. I remember the one with purple hair was like so generic looking.
Oh my God, they all were.
Yeah.
Also, I love how on the title screen, like, she's the bad guy and pointed to Monica.
Oh, yeah. Well, I was like, she's the only one with like an American name. It's like kind of out of place.
Also, hold on. So Thundersphere says, isn't Xenoblade kind of deconstruction of the Chosen One trope? Yes, and it's actually something interesting with it.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. Okay, deconstructions are terrible 99% of the time. When they actually get it right, they're great. I just feel the vast majority are so fucking shallow. You know, that's just my stance on that. Yeah. Yes, I do agree with you. Xenoblade is a deconstruction of the Chosen One trope, and it's genius. Because they actually take a trope that doesn't have obvious problems and start poking at, like, what if we did something clever with it instead? Mm-hmm. Have you seen Velma? No, I'm not going to see Velma. No, I like myself.
I'd rather not be upset.
Yeah, I'd rather not be miserable for the rest of my life, knowing that I've seen Velma. I don't understand deconstruction. Could you give me an example? So deconstruction is when you take tropes and try to put them in a realistic setting to see like how they would change and stuff. The term is very overused because most of the time I feel like they don't say anything. Mm-hmm. But I should have had a discussion with this on a different server too. And like everyone was just in agreement there. Like, yeah, deconstruction is just such a pointless concept. Fucking, oh my God. A pointless concept. And again, I don't want to say it's completely pointless. There are totally times you can make it work. It's just, I feel like most of the time it doesn't. Mm. It's one of those things. It's like I talk about how I hate anime. I don't really hate anime. I just hate 99% of anime.
Well, you hate the tropes.
But even then, Avatar is my favorite show of all time.
No, that's true.
And Avatar's tropes I usually hate. Toph is a tsundere, and she's an amazing character.
Well, I think what makes her work is that, like, when you think of Toph, the first thing you think of isn't tsundere. Yeah,
she's not like a stereotype. She's not a one-note stereotype. She's a character first.
Yeah.
I mean, look, if we're just going to talk about your stories, Cambridge Circle, Kate's a yandere. Brooke's a tsundere.
But, like, that's not the first thing you'd say when describing them.
Yeah, they're good characters, first and foremost, you know?
Yeah. Actually, it took me a little while. I was like, I guess that, like, she is kind of a tsundere. She is kind of a yandere. I didn't really think about that.
Because, like, you can make these traits work in a way that is realistic if you don't play them up. Yeah, and that's the other thing I agree with you on. Another reason I hate Doki Doki. The first 3 hours were nothing.
Yeah, I know.
Yes, dear dog, I agree with you completely. When you first think of Toph, the first thing you think of she's blind.
Yeah.
The second thing you think of that she's an amazing martial artist.
Yeah.
Her being a tsundere is not any of the early things you'd think of, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You think of how funny she is. And yeah, Y2K, yeah, Kate's a yandere. Totally. Hardcore.
I mean, she's not going to murder anyone.
Yeah, she's a more realistic yandere. I guess you could call that a deconstruction.
Yeah.
You know, because it's like, it's being put in a realistic setting, but also she's being a realistic kind of yandere, not being like a cartoonishly over-the-top one. And also, all my criticisms of this anime stuff only applies when it's being taken seriously, which is why I think Doki Doki would have been perfectly fine if it was just silly. Like a dark comedy. Because you can throw out every rule of storytelling when it comes to comedy. As long as it's funny, it doesn't matter. Lucky Star was comedy. I had no problem with the tsundere on that show. She was funny.
Oh, yeah. She's my favorite character.
Yeah. And again, it just comes down to that, like they're not trying to take her seriously at all, ever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'd honestly say more clingy than yandere personally. For you, are you saying you're clingy?
Or Kate.
Or Kate. Because Kate's got some yandere in her. She's very much like, she should be with me, he should be with me, they should be with me, rather than, you know.
Yeah, okay.
Avatar is not technically anime. I disagree with that completely. Anime is an art style. I'm aware that people are like, oh, anime is just the Japanese word for animation. Yes, but in English, anime is an art style.
Yeah.
Avatar is an anime. It's the anime art style. There's a great YouTube video that starts with Avatar is anime. Fuck you, fight me. And I feel that so much. Avatar is anime.
Yeah, I feel that too. I see it as more of an art style.
Well, for starters, if it has to be made in Japan, that already rules out most anime because most of them are actually animated in Korea.
Oh, really?
Yep. Huh. That was one of the arguments in this video. They use like every possible way you could possibly look at Avatar not being an anime and point out why every single argument's bad.
Shy2 said she doesn't want to murder. She wants someone to murder her, in particular the shark or Lil Daisy.
Well, here's the thing. Kate's definitely the kind of person who like would hope in her head, oh, I hope this XYZ dies in a car crash so I can have my love interest instead.
Yeah.
She's not going to do anything, but she definitely thinks that to herself.
Yeah, and it's not like she's not a terrible person. Like, she's not actually like hoping they die.
Yeah, she doesn't actually want it. It's just kind of like the crossing thought in her head.
Yeah.
And yeah, Korra is also anime.
Yeah. Oh, Korra is another story.
So you still count as Western. Yes, it's Western animation, but still an anime. Anime is an art style. That's all I look at anime as. It's nothing more than art style. Car crash. Avatar is anime. Fuck you, fight me. Kate's a daredevil. Kate is not a daredevil. She's just kinky.
Yeah. She's a little crazy.
Okay, I'm gonna say two-parter. I didn't watch Korra, but all I hear about is bad things. See, Korra's not bad. It's not Avatar. Mm-hmm. And when you're coming off a 10 out of 10 show, and you're pulling out a 6.5 to a 7 out of 10 show, it's gonna seem bad by comparison.
Yeah.
Keep in mind, when I say 5 out of 10, that's average. So 6 isn't bad. That's above average. Korra's definitely an above average show. It's just Avatar's so much better.
Season 2 of Korra was bad, though.
Season 2 was pretty rough. I agree.
With like Mr. Boring just talking the whole time.
Oh my god, out in the snow just talking about nothing for hours.
Look, I don't need nonstop action. In fact, I don't like that either. But like, you can't just talk the whole time.
Do you recommend watching Avatar now for those who have never seen it? Yes.
Of course.
Yes.
If you haven't seen Avatar, you gotta go see it.
Yes. Yes, go watch Avatar.
It's like the best show ever.
Go fucking watch it. It's so good. Oh my god, yes. I can't say yes enough. Just yes.
Go watch
Why are you watching me? Go watch Avatar.
Yeah.
All right, so here's what I think we're going to do. I'm not going to push Katie to release her scripted stuff anytime right now. But what I think we might do is, if it's ready for next weekend, maybe we can upload that, have it be a premiere, and then right after go into maybe just like a channel lore discussion stream.
Mm-hmm. Like answer any questions about it.
Answer questions about it, and then just talk about like channel lore. Answer questions about channel lore.
Because I know there are a few people who have lots of lore questions.
Oh, so here's a question: if anime has to be made in Japan, does Scooby-Doo and Zombie Island anime? Because it was anime in Japan. What about Bionicle Mask of Light? That was animated in Japan. It's also directed by Shakespeare. It's my favorite Shakespeare story. Is Bionicle Mask of Light.
Same.
That's why I don't like the argument that has to be made in Japan to be anime, because it's like, well, so much shit was made in Japan that isn't called anime. I mean, let's be real, Galgun's my favorite anime.
Yeah, Galgun is amazing.
Don't look up Galgun if you're under 18.
Yeah.
Just don't do it.
I'm hyped that they're making a spin-off game about Devil Waifu.
Oh my god, yeah, about Kurona.
Yeah.
I love how Kurona gets the magical mirror of power, and one of the first things she does with it apparently is make her boobs significantly bigger.
I know. Good to know there's still a little bit of etchiness there.
Yes.
Even though the game doesn't really look that etchy, but
well, because it's a spin-off. It's not directed by the same person. I wonder what Shakespeare would make in the modern day. Well, Bionicle Mask of Light, of course.
Yeah.
His name's on the credits.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Greatest anime. I just want to do a Mask of Light watching live stream, because it's like, that's the best bad movie of all time, I think.
I know. You can watch Mask of Light on YouTube.
Yeah, I know. I love that.
So will we be able to just like watch it on YouTube?
I'm sure. Do you think anyone gives a shit about that movie?
No, probably not. I love that
Never
movie.
watched Avatar because I'm much more into anime comedies. And that's a perfectly fair point. It is more serious, but it also is pretty funny when it wants to be, too.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Bam. Everyone enjoy this now. Like I said, this isn't going to be public later. It's going to be unlisted. It'll still be viewable, but I'm not going to release this one publicly, I don't think.
That looked like Link standing there with the arrow.
It was Link, you see.
Yeah.
Oh, the other thing, too, then, talking about future stuff on the channel. The live stream stuff isn't going to wait till we're done with... we're not going to wait till we're done with Let's Plays to be doing, like, live stream stuff. We're going to be doing the stream game stuff starting regularly this month with Joe White mode.
Yeah.
But it's like, for instance, we have the Breath of the Wild sequel coming out in a few months. Breath of the Wild is the only big Zelda Katie's never played. And I'm like, shit, my biggest regret for Breath of the Wild is I didn't record my first playthrough. I was actually going to, and then the night of it, I decided not to. Mm-hmm. But, like, I regret that. Breath of the Wild is such an amazing game, and you only can get your first experience with it once. So I'm like, Katie, just fucking, we need to stream it.
Yeah, then my first experience will live forever. Like with Xenoblade. I really like that I can look back and see my first reactions.
I sure as hell hope everyone comes for that stream, because everyone who hasn't seen Breath of the Wild before, holy shit, you're in for a once-in-a-lifetime game.
Yeah.
And everyone who has played it, you either get it, or you don't personally click with the game, but you see why other people love it. Because it's such an amazing game.
Yeah.
I'm someone who hates every game. That game is so good.
I'm excited. I can't believe I haven't played it yet.
Joe White, that's another thing Kate is kinky about, I bet.
I feel like Kate's scared of Joe White.
Yeah, I feel like everyone's scared of Joe White.
Yeah.
I don't think Kate wants to be taxidermied in the Joe White Museum.
No.
You've never seen Breath of the Wild. Breath of the Wild is a Zelda in name only. It's really not a Zelda game, but it's a great game. So if that's your first time seeing a Zelda, that's not what Zelda games are like at all.
Yeah.
Breath of the Wild is an amazing open world game with a Zelda skin.
I have heard it's nothing like
normal
Zelda.
That's something just for you to be aware of too. Like, don't be disappointed if it's not at all like what you're expecting, because it's a great game as its own thing.
Yeah.
Can we see more Joe White as a guest later on? Well, Joe White did promise to do Resident Evil with us.
He better. I would love to have him on.
Also, TV fans has never played any Zelda games. You're missing out. That's all I can say. You're just missing out.
Gotta give one a try, man.
Well, actually, so here's one of the great things about Zelda. You ask any Zelda fan what the best and worst ones are, and you get different answers. And the reason is because Zelda as a series is so okay with change. Mm-hmm. That, like, the kind of reason someone hates one Zelda game could be a reason why someone else has it as their favorite.
Yeah.
And that's one thing I love about the series. Even though I'd actually go as far as say I don't think most of the games are in my top favorites, but the ones that are so good to me. And the ones that aren't, it's like, I get why they're different. It's not like every other game series where they're like playing it so safe. Every game is so different, and I do love that about it. Breath of the Wild is just the most different. And for that reason, a lot of people did hate the game, to be fair.
Is Wind Waker your favorite Zelda?
Wind Waker's my favorite Zelda.
Yeah,
followed
me too.
closely by Link's Awakening.
I think Ocarina of Time is my second favorite, but Wind Waker's my favorite.
Ocarina's a really good game.
Yeah.
I love Ocarina.
Like, I know that Ocarina's like not the best.
But Ocarina's good.
I like it, so.
Yeah, no. Wind Waker, see, Link's Awakening is great, but I think I actually like the story in Wind Waker a little more. Wind Waker's story is so fucking deep.
I know.
I love
Wind Waker.
Wind Waker in general is just one of the best games I've ever played. Very love-hate relationship with Breath of the Wild. Yeah, a lot of people are like that. And like I said, it's a kind of game where it's like, I totally get why people some of them just hate Breath of the Wild. They play and they don't like it at all. Mm-hmm. I totally get that. But at the very least, it's a game I think Katie needs to play, even if Katie ends up hating every second of it, you know?
Yeah. I need
Although
to play
I know what Katie likes about games, I'm pretty sure she'd like it.
Yeah. I feel like I'll like it too. Because I know it's not going to be like a traditional Zelda, so like I won't be disappointed by that. I'm over here.
I'm like literally doing this boss without even looking. There we go. I got hit. I was reading the chat. I just have like the movement patterns like memorized. Like it's not going to hit me. It's gonna go back.
Watch out for Johnny.
I have all the movement patterns of this boss fight memorized because I played this game too much as a kid. See, I played shitty games as a kid too. It's not just Cats Cast 2 fans. I played shitty games too.
I've never played this game actually. I've seen you play it a billion times.
I don't think you need to.
I don't want to.
The good things in this game I feel like are I like a lot of the set pieces are kind of fun, and the music in the city level is great.
Mm-hmm. I think this game like it looks like it could be good.
It's not.
But I know it's not.
The controls are mediocre. I won't call it the worst game controls ever, but it's not great.
Yeah.
Now there are people, like, I've seen several people on YouTube call this one of the worst games they've ever played, and I'm like, okay, you need to play way worse games. Please play Pets Cats 2 and get back to me. Like, people always talk about this boss being invincible. That was one attempt.
Yeah.
Yeah, the art style in Wind Waker. We had to just stream Zelda because so many people have not played it, and it's like, all right, guys, just have fun with us playing it. We'll have so much fun doing it. I love Zelda.
Yeah.
That's one thing. So, like, I always talk about this, how much I hate games. A big reason why I hate a lot of games is I feel so many games play it so safe. Even the Zelda games I don't like, I appreciate because they do so much, you know?
Yeah.
Even a Zelda game that I don't like at all, I'll appreciate for just being so different. What are your plans for Fishbowl? Fishbowl is getting its own channel. Actually, Fishbowl has its own channel. I just haven't made it public yet.
Right.
I have so many Fishbowl ideas. I really want to get back to that. You have no idea how much I want to get back to that.
I know.
First thing I want to do is I want to revive this channel. This channel's been more or less dead since 2019.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Oh, where everyone else.
It's over.
Yeah, it's over.
How long was that?
Oh, it was like an hour and a half.
Oh, okay.
It was an hour and a half, and I was pretty normal. I was going fine up until the connection got lost. Well, I'm happy it came back.
Yeah, me too.
Fishbowl is my favorite. Yeah, Fishbowl doesn't fit this channel, though, is something I'm noticing. So with that whole problem of like, oh, people subscribe to watch one or two series and don't watch anything else, Fishbowl is that problem on steroids. It's a completely different style of content. It just won't fit in with the stuff I'm doing here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So people who subscribe for Fishbowl, they're not going to watch anything else and vice versa. So it's like, that's why I think Fishbowl needs its own channel.
Yeah.
Game was over. Final thoughts. Sucks.
Look at that sassy pose the Phantom Virus is striking right now.
All right. So thanks everyone for coming out here. I apologize the stream was not what we thought it was going to be at all.
It was half of that. At least you got, you told your piece.
Yeah, I got to talk about what I was going to say. All right, everyone, join us probably next weekend. We're going to try to do a premiere, just Katie talking about what she's been going through, if she's up for that then.
Yeah.
And then we'll follow that with a live stream talking about channel plans and channel lore. So, Lugs, I hope that answers the question for you. Thank you all so much for watching. Again, apologize. The stream was definitely a mess, but it was also a fun mess. That's all I need.
Yeah. I hope I didn't ruin everything.
This has been Fabulous Fish. And again, I really hope we see you all next weekend.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.